Okay, YouTube, this is just more of a project tank, this one at the moment. What this has got in it is, this is me Bristol nose breeding tank. So I've got quite a few different coloured Bristol nose in here. I'm thinking about sectioning a few off, I'm not too sure yet, put them into individual tanks or whatever. But at the moment I've got a breeding pair of these, a nice big breeding pair of these albinos. I've also got a breeding pair of the dark green, you'd say, Bristol nose at the back there. I've got 4 of these calicos. Oh, there's me male to go with me female as well. So just picked him up. He's more like I'd say he's more like a lemon than an albino. He's a lot more yellower than the female. She's much paler with the red eyes. I'd say his eyes aren't quite red, but he's definitely like a yellow colour. So I don't know, maybe between these two, if I section them off into their own tank, maybe I'll get lemons off of them as well as the albinos. They're just munching on a bit of courgette at the moment. And yeah, so I've got the 4 calicos. They're only, you know, juvenile, so they've still got a little while before they're fully grown. But I've got 4 of them, 2 of the albinos, 2 of the dark commons. So yeah, this is me little breeding set up for these, and as you see, there's a few things that they do need. I've got that filter in there, which is a 600 litre, just a small one. It's only in there purely for flow, just to keep the bottom clean. And then as well as that, I've got this just a sponge filter that I made, which has got the lava rock in the bottom for the bio, and then for the mechanical cleaning it's got the filter wool getting drawn up through the air pump. And again, it's just a filter that I made, just a 1 litre jug that I've turned into a filter. It works really well for catching the bits and polishing the water. And then I've got this 1300 litre pump here, which again for flow, so it pumps out there, but it's also got a pipe that comes off of that, and that is going to my bio sump here. So it's got a sump on this as well, which again is lava rock on one, then the K1 media in the other, which is bubbling around, and then I just filled it full of filter wool as well, just to catch all the bits. So other than that, what I think is ideal for breeding these would be a good mix of plenty of different veggies. So as well as giving them the catfish pellets, the algae wafers, the mini wafers, which are 3 different ones full of vitamins and things like that, is I also make sure there's always some sort of veg in there for them to eat. So obviously now at the moment there's courgette, I'll always throw, you know, a bit of cucumber, sometimes cabbage, sweet potato, sometimes carrots as well, that works okay as well. Normal potato, that works. And sprouts is another one they really like, and the great thing with sprouts is you can drop one in and it sinks to the bottom, so you don't have to weigh it down and often. It's pretty fun watching them roll around with a sprout, eating that anyway, so I do put that sort of stuff in. And yeah, make sure there's plenty of bogwood, because they do obviously like to munch away at the bogwood as well. Water quality, plex are high waste, so I'd say keep your filtration as best as you can. Obviously that's why I've got quite a big sump on such a small tank, as well as 2 filters for flow and a bubble filter just to catch any little bits, and just extra bio as well. Plenty of hide, so I seem to be most successful when I use these terracotta pots. It seems to be that's where me male will always guard the eggs, is inside of one of them. I have got the plaque breeding caves like this one, but again, they've not used that yet. They do like to hide in it, but they haven't bred in it. I've got a little mega clown hiding in the background there as well. I just like him, so he's just in there with them, to be honest. He's only small. So yeah, I'd say plenty of, you know, plants, terracotta pots, plenty of hides, plenty of bogwood. I have got vegetation in there as well. That's a huge Java fern that I put in there as well. I don't think they eat it, or if they do, I don't notice anyway, because it's so big, and obviously I do put a lot of other bits and bobs in there for them as well. There's just a couple of little fish in there as well. I've got the glow light tetra, they're just in there as well. don't really pick at any of the babies or anything. Now this tank's actually got at the moment, I did put a few in just to grow, to be honest. So I've got, I think it's 50 in there, babies. That's not one of them, that's my Mega Clown. That's one of my favourite little plecs, that is. He's only tiny, but I think he's really nice to look at. Just this camera doesn't show you really how nice he really is, but his colours are amazing. His yellow band's got like a shiny gold on him. But yeah, he's one of my little favourites as well, my little Mega Clown. But yeah, but this is like the sort of setup you'd need if you're trying to breed plecs, I think. And another thing I've found that seems to work as well is, I mean, I've got it lit up in the middle, so this whole end of this tank's pretty well lit up, and then down this end's very dark, and I do that on purpose purely because I think sometimes the fish feel a bit more comfortable and a bit safer if they've got a bit of a dingy part for them to sit. And I've found that a lot of the plecs do like to sit just on this side underneath all this bogwood, and it's, like I say, it's darker, blend in more, I don't know. So you can't really see them, like I say, but there's me common right there. That's me big female. That's me big female albino. I've noticed the albinos don't seem to grow as big neither. So let's see if we can spot the male. And you can't really see him, but there's just this hairy nose poking out at the bottom there. That's me male. So yeah, so this is ideally this is how I set my tank up for breeding plec, and it's been successful, and I've bred them a few times. I'll just pause you a second, take you over to the babies. Okay, so this is what's left of the last batch of babies. I did get about 200 off the last batch, and I just gave a load away, sold a few to the pet shop, swapped a load with the pet shop for more food and things like that. But the babies will readily eat all the same stuff that the parents will, so these are drilling into a courgette right now. And these, same again, these will eat everything that the adults are eating. I put in for these. As well as I've put a really strong light on this tank purely because I like the edges to grow like this. And again, I do that because it's more food for them. It's just never-ending supply of algae, which is high in protein for them. So that's literally just how I've set up the baby tank. A little hang-on back filter, bare bottom so it's easier for me to clean. Can't lose any babies in the gravel or whatever. Big piece of bogwood, so they've always got that to munch on. A little bit of vegetation, there's a few mosses and bits of other plants in there. And yeah, courgette, and then I'll feed these algae wafers as well, sponge filter and a hang-on back, which is probably quite a lot of filtration for such a small tank. But don't forget, when you've got so many little plecs, this tank did have about 400 tiny little plecs in, and the waste that they produce, you need to be getting out every day if you want the fish to be growing the way you want them to. You want them happy and healthy, so I normally go around the bottom with a very small siphon and just don't take out much water every day, but I take enough out to just hoover up all the little bits that are left over from the night before. So like I say, there's only probably around 50 left of these in this tank. So there's them, and I'll pause it and take you back over to the parent tank. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much it for the breeding the Bristol nose. I'd say this is pretty much all your setup needs to be. Pretty basic, plenty of wood, plenty of hides to make them feel a bit more comfortable. Try and kind of make one side darker. Does usually help with the breeding and things like that, so that's what I've aimed for, and it seems to be working really well. In the past month I've had both me large females have both laid eggs, and now I've taken them off of them. It's been around 6 weeks, and they're both just due to lay eggs again. They're both the females are just looking chunky again now, so don't know, within the next week or two I reckon we'll probably have both males holding on to a load of fry again. So yeah, keep watching guys, give us a like.